This is hot garbage.
This sounds like shit. No one's gonna buy that.
Is it a hit?
Pat, how does your throat feel right now?
It is raspy. It feels a lot like just like when you're trying to put your foot into, a sock that's full with sand. That's how my throat feels. And I don't like it. But there's no other options. So it stays.
People have thought that way for years. I got the sore throat, but I can't do anything about it. Well, you haven't heard of them in years, but here they are back advertising again. Ricola. I know what you're thinking. Hey, what happened to that big horn? Hey, did anyone hear him talking? If the guy blows a big horn in the woods or the mountains, does anyone hear him? Well, now they do with Ricola. They are back.
That's right. You thought they were a cola. Nope, they're a lozenge. You put them in your mouth, and man, it's in my mouth right now, and my throat no longer feels like a sandy sock that hurts. It feels like I've thrown Vaseline down there in the best possible way. I'm going off script, but I got to tell you, Ricola, you got those German roots, but we forgive you. All is forgiven because now I can scream from the Alp tops. Woohoo, Ricola! I forget what they say the jingle here. I forgot how Ricola goes.
The jingle used to just be Ricola.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, but now, Pat, and you have the copy right in front of you, and so do I. We can say the jingle at the same time. All right, Pat, you ready?
Yep. Count me down.
Here we go. This is going to be tough with a half-second delay, but let's try and say it at the same time.
Got
1, 2, 3. Ricola.
Ricola.
A really good thing for your throat.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Flawless, Pat. Thanks for saying it. Yeah, like I said, tough to get in sync when there's a half-second delay, but you know what? We make it work. And you know what? You can't have a delay on your life. When you're sitting at home with a sore throat, that's why you pick up a pack of Ricola.
Yeah. Change your socks every day, guys, and make sure you're guzzling Ricola. Not only do they have lozenges, but now they have kind of like they sell Ricola juice in those Crunk gasoline tanks, cans. And, it's not recommended, but they got around it by just saying that it's actual gasoline. So you can buy the special gasoline that Ricola sells at your local gas station. It's not FDA approved. You're supposed to put it in your car, but if you'd like to gargle some Ricola and just throw that back, you're going to feel great. You're going to feel a little dirty. You're going to feel a little wrong, but your throat is never going to feel better. Ricola for your car, for your throat, and you can buy some new socks while you're at it. Thanks, Ricola.
Ricola, get the fuel you need. I'm reading here that there's actually been an FDA decision that says that the normal limit of 8 lozenges per day is actually currently under review. So have at them while you can, everyone. There is no limit on the amount of Ricolas you can take in one day. So
that's right.
Start chugging them.
Biden in office, you guys are they're coming for your guns and they're coming for your Ricolas. So buy your guns now, buy your lozenges now, and just have a day. You know what I mean? And obviously, Nate, that's something you feel strongly about, and we respect that whole thing. Good for you. I'm here to defend whatever, I don't agree with what you believe, but I'm here to defend, your right to say it. And that's why we are one of those good podcasts where we're all inclusive and we garner the crowds from all walks of life and all demographics. But one thing everybody hates is a sore throat, and they hate overreaching, overbearing governments. And just get those Ricolas in you while you can, guys, because they're coming for them. They're coming for your Ricolas. Down them, chug them, get your gas, drink your Ricola gas, fuel the need you have, and get it in there, guys, because they're coming for it. Right, Nate?
Well, here's the thing. I accidentally drank gasoline once, and as I'm thinking back to that moment, that this sweet taste of basically, I thought it was a water bottle, but it turned out to be full of gasoline. It was just like small. It was in a dark room, and it was just like a small water bottle with like a normal top. It turned out that if you put it in the light, it was like bright red colored, but I couldn't see that, and so it looked no difference. And I just took a swig. And I called poison control, and they were mostly worried that I accidentally drank antifreeze. They're like, "Are you sure it wasn't antifreeze?" I'm like, "No, it was definitely gasoline." And they said, "Don't throw up." And I'm like, "Well, I've already done that." And then because you can't not. So here's the point: when you're gonna take a swig of something, really look at the bottle. And ask yourself, is this name brand Ricola gasoline? And if it's not, well, maybe don't take such a big swig. Because I know the next thing that Poison Control asked me was, well, if it's not antifreeze, is at least name brand Ricola gasoline, 86.5 octane. And, well, I said no. And the amount of just sort of rising concern in that person on the phone's voice, it really raised up, because you know what? Ricola brand gasoline, free of harsh additives. Isn't that right, Pat?
That's right.
Free of impurities.
The big thing about the Ricola Crunk Juice gasoline absolutely is unleaded. It's, if you put it in your engine, it's going to run fine. If you put it in your body, you're going to have a nice, smooth throat. None of that sandy sock feeling that we all hate in our throat. Mm-hmm. But it's going to give you the fuel you need for the day. It's gonna keep you moving, and you're gonna be able to power through in today's world. With the FDA overreaching as they do, you got to be able to take the power back, fight for your freedoms, and make sure you get as many Ricolas in you as you can. If you can't buy the lozenges, buy the gas, and if you have to buy both of them, do it. Right? Sometimes I go across the border, to Ohio. I drive down to Ohio, grab myself a log of Ricola because they sell it a little cheaper down there. So, gotta love Ohio for that. Thank you, Ohio. Thank you, Ricola.
You know what they say? Doomsday preppers always get three things: get canned foods, get water, get your Ricolas. Hello, friends, foes, neighbors, and the like. Welcome to Is It a Hit? I'm Max. I'm here with Nate and Pat, my co-hosts. This is a podcast where we're three friends. Just get to hang out. We don't get to do that much anymore. But if we could hang out, this is what we would do. But the only thing that's different is Nate will take some time to try and illustrate what we're talking about and turn our words into a song.
I don't make friendships, Max. I make money. And you know how you make money?
How?
Fucking hits, Max. It's fucking hits. We've got to get after it. The people they're sitting at home and they're rife for new content.
Yeah, I agree. They hear all these top tens and they're like, yeah, right. More like top nuns. Right? Because they don't want to buy. They don't like this music anymore. People are mad.
Yeah. No
No
one likes Whoopi Goldberg. That's why I don't like top nuns.
That's right. They're people are mad these days, and they need solace. And one way to give them solace is, we got to give them a hit. We got to give them something to celebrate, and that's where Nate comes in.
Yeah, and then once Nate's done performing his song, Pat and I'll take the time to review it and answer that eternal question: is it a hit? His hit rate's been pretty good so far. I think we're at 4 out of 6 hits, right? Maybe 3 out of 3, which, as anyone who's ever made an album before, looking at you, Fred Durst, three out of 3 out of 6 is a pretty good hit rate.
Yeah, and obviously Fred Durst, is our idol, and we respect and love the man. And we are trying to work as hard as he does. He brought us Puddle of Mud. He brought us Stained. Obviously he brought us Limp Bizkit. Right? I've never seen anyone wear a red hat the way he does. He's just he's a tastemaker. He's a song maker. He's a kingmaker. Right? And we just want to be as much like Fred Durst as we can, and that's what this album. Well, not the album, but this is what the whole podcast is about. It's basically a love letter to Fred Durst. I'd say to Limp Bizkit in general. Remember the scary guitarist? His name escapes me, but that guy was scary. That's kind of cool. Thanks, man. Let's make a hit.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are. Last week was unfortunately not a hit. It was a song called Blood. And the people wanted blood in the song, but I don't think they wanted blood when they were going to their record stores. Isn't that right, Pat?
Well said. Well said. That was great. Yeah, I think that what we did was we limited the release to just one release of the song. We discussed that it had such low demand that the only way to compensate and try to make some of our money back was to, have a one-person release. And we'll continue to do that as we produce content for the Patreons. Obviously we love you. If you are a Patreon, you can join into the lottery when we do a release. Obviously, you have to pay, through the teeth, through the nose to get these singles, even if you are a Patreon. But that's because the song's valuable, right? We're only giving it to one person, so you'll have exclusive rights to that song. We will actually renounce all of our creative rights, and you'll actually be able to use it however you want. So it's a great deal for a song that no one wants. And if you're a Patreon, you can always jump in and join the lottery and throw some money down. Try to get some of these non-hits into your hipsters love one thing, and it's like saying, have you ever heard of this band? And being able to present music that no one's ever heard. And the great thing about Nasty Nathan Sharp songs, they've been heard by 3 people. Like, he hasn't even heard these songs when he performs them. So it's really, for hipsters, it's as good as it gets in terms of no one's heard this music and no one likely will in the future. So a lot of hipsters, they kind of come off the band once they gain popularity. Kings of Leon were the indie sleepers when I was in high school, but then they became popular, and all my friends that liked Kings of Leon said they sold out, they're making money, and they they left them. But that's something you'll never have to worry about with Nasty Nathan Sharp songs. They are not popular now. They won't be popular when you buy them, and they will never gain popularity. So if you take that to your hipster friends and you show them, hey, you've never heard this song and you'll never hear this song and it will never get any radio time play, you basically got the perfect storm of hipster music. So come on, join the Patreon and throw down those ducats, because you want the hardest music to find possible, the most obscure, the worst music you can hear. All these things are what hipsters love, and don't you forget it. That's from us. And is it a hit to you, the hipsters in your tight pants and flannel?
That's
what
hot.
About this?
That's hot, Pat. Here's what you're reminding me of. See, listen. I'm going for staying power. And do you know what has staying power?
You saying sting power?
I'm talking about staying power. We're off of stain. I can't do this tantra.
Stained power, yeah.
This tantra is not.
You are on the outside.
So I'm gonna. I was listening to a song the other day, and it touched me. Touched me good. And it was about Sting in it. It was about keeping up the fight. And this is gonna be off air, but we'll start talking about it here. But I need you to listen to this song, people. How do you know that song?
Because it's a montage song from the 80s.
Yeah, but
you got the touch?
Yeah, it's a touch.
That's almost a Frank Stallone hit.
Well, I mean, the guy
Almost,
looks a
yeah.
lot like Frank
You guessed
Stallone,
it.
but he's not Frank Stallone. He's someone else.
He's Frank Stallone.
Wait a minute, Max,
I mean-
have you ever heard The Touch? You're a movies person.
I've heard that song, but I don't think I've heard it while watching a movie.
Really?
I've definitely never seen Iron Eagle.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those movies, but I've definitely heard that song.
Wait a minute, you've
Who
never
sings it?
seen
Who-
Cobra?
I've seen Cobra.
Great movie. Aside, here's
Yeah,
my
that
point.
movie sucked.
My,
We don't
I
need
guess
to
my
play
point
around
with
with
this is, after last week and thinking how a hellscape might not be what people are going for when they're thinking hits.
Right.
I'm starting to think that what people want to talk about is, people want to be inspired. They want to get touched. People are ready for it. They want that touch.
I guess I did talk about how I had a hole right through me in the last episode, and I was willing to feel anything as long as it was, made me feel better. Watching
that-
people get eviscerated.
Does that movie have a montage in it? Tombstone?
Tombstone? Montage? I don't know.
What's your
No.
favorite movie montage?
Ooh, favorite movie montage. Let's think about this. Rocky 4 is a good one. When he's in the barren wastes of the Arctic there.
Meat
And,
punches up way up a mountain.
Then it's funny because you got the Russians doing all the it's weird that he for some reason just disavows technology entirely. At the start of the movie, he's got a robot butler that no one talks about.
Yeah.
and
Drago's
then,
just playing chess to train.
yeah, and so yeah, I thought that was good. I did enjoy that. Montages, when done well, they can be pretty good.
Yeah. My favorite is, and I've thought about this before, is definitely from School of Rock. You ever see that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's a real good one. It's really well paced, and the timing of the music to what's going on the screen is very well done. I've watched it a lot of times.
What song are they playing in that?
They're playing that song by the Ramones. My Brain is Hanging Upside Down, I think is what it's called.
Bang.
Yeah, it's really good. Just the way that they get because there's 20 students in this class, and I think it covers all of them, and he's teaching all of them a very specific thing, and it's just very efficiently made, and it just pops as soon as it starts. It's at 100%, and it goes. It's a 45-second montage, and it's just very effective, and like I said, the music cues are really good in it, and yeah, it's awesome.
So I guess the only thing I have against montage music in a completely audio medium is that it's tough to do montages without visuals, right?
But that's not no. That
Well,
can't-
it
that's not
is,
gonna be a
but
problem here.
I never
if the
need
goal
to
is
see
to make a
whatever
montage.
movie this touch song is to
Yeah.
know. You become the montage when you're listening to these music. It's about the montage is you. It's your life.
I think you got a line there. Become the montage. I think you got something there, big guy.
Montage.
Yeah, but but remember, the song, the montage song, referencing the fact that it's a montage song. I think it's been done.
Yeah, by the
So-
South Park guys. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
right.
Be careful.
We got to
Yeah.
be careful. Can't.
Yeah,
become
we don't
the
want to.
montage.
We don't want to be derivative, right?
We can't be derivative.
Yeah. Now,
the people want montage.
you got the touch could mean anything, right? You got the touch means anything. You could put that with anything. You got robots doing push-ups. You got a kid learning music, right? You got Tyler Durden building bombs out of soaps.
I don't. Does that movie have a montage? I don't think.
No,
it
but
does.
it could. That's what I'm saying.
What
There is a
what are some
montage
other-
in Fight Club, but it's when he's traveling.
Oh yeah. That's more of like a Hot Fuzz type. Not really a montage, just a lot of quick cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, what other famous montages are there? I mean, you got Push to the Limit and Scarface. That's a pretty famous one. What other montages we got? Talked about.
Hmm.
Nate, you brought up montages, and there's one at the very beginning of the movie King Kong. I remember that I was like, man, a movie that starts with a montage is a really bold choice for Peter Jackson. But it starts with just like a whole bunch of shots of poverty.
Yeah, and King Kong doing push-ups and punching.
Yeah, just getting ready to impress a woman.
Yeah. Climbing stuff.
Yeah.
Swatting at fake biplanes.
Yeah. I can't believe they used Eye of the Tiger for that one, too. That was weird. It's not even a tiger.
Right. He's more of like a great ape.
Yeah. But there's also I feel like in Top Gun probably has a montage, right? Probably.
I'm assuming at some point.
Yeah.
I feel like that movie. What's the other movie with Tom Cruise where he's fighting robots and keeps dying and coming back the same day? It's Groundhog Day with aliens and shooting.
Yeah, that's called The Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. Basically a montage of the entire movie.
I don't think that's true, but yes, and it is.
I like that movie. That was pretty good. The movie's pretty good. You should just make a song about Edge of Tomorrow.
No, I did not like that movie.
What?
I didn't like it.
Well, Nate, have you seen that movie?
I like this idea though. So here's the what you're saying is watch a movie, make a montage for that movie, Stan Bush style, or make a song for that movie. Then like Stan Bush did, sell it to a different movie.
So, all right. So, is that what we should do now? Is like I'll pick the movie that you should make it for, and then Pat will make the movie that it's actually for. But then we have to actually make the montage, which I don't think we should. But maybe we could just
we don't have to make the montage. The people are the
montage.
They hear it. I'm just trying to sell this montage.
I think we should just like to put it in your head. Like at some point we should decide. We have to do it now. What movie that may not have a montage in it, but if it was cut by a different editor, would have a montage, and then we should make the music for that montage.
Ooh, I like it.
7 were there with what's his face, making all of his devious plans.
Kevin Spacey and all
were there with
little boys.
Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll make him fuck someone to death. Here we go. And then it's just like a montage of being like, you got the touch. And he's like sewing all the leather together with that like scary dick knife thing. And he's like, you got the feeling. And he's like,
what was my teacher's name from the last episode?
Oh, what was your teacher's name? Yeah.
Dick Army? No.
Something like that. I think it was this episode, if I'm being honest.
No, I think it was last week.
Well, I've forgotten. I'm not taking good notes. I'm sorry, Max.
I was like trying to think of another, like, what's his daughter's name? And it was like Veronica something. I couldn't remember his last name. Fuck. Well, anyway, all right. So, how does that sound, Nate?
I think that sounds good, but I need to know what movie I'm making the That's if I'm making the montage for 7. I can't make a montage from 7. I'm sorry, Pat. I don't have that in me. I don't. I say that people want blood, but I'm too soft for that. I want the touch.
Yeah. Well, and that's fine. That was just I think Pat trying to think outside the box, kind of like
what's in the box?
Yeah, damn it,
in the box.
Yeah. Outside the box, unlike Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Spoiler alert. She's got a box.
Yikes! And she's making money making candles off of it.
Yeah, goop.
Well, this is what I'd say. I think the angle here, we could say try to make a montage about this movie or try to make a montage about that movie. But the thing about hits, the thing about You Got the Touch is You Got the Touch was general enough so that it could be used in multiple movies. It went from being a movie about some guy with an Uzi, a movie about a robot planet kills Optimus Prime, and voiced by Orson Welles. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So-
that's his last movie, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, right. So what I'm saying is I think we should maybe brainstorm some phrases that could be used just generally, like you got the touch, and they'd apply to many things. So
Ooh, okay.
All right. Yeah, motivational phrases kind of things. Affirmative.
well, yeah, I mean,
phrases.
bland. You know, the more general, I'd say, the better. You got the touch. What's that mean?
So yeah,
You got that
before we go on
stroke.
though,
Son.
I was thinking of some other things that could be montages, but a montage is supposed to be like a series of images and scenes that like show the passage of time, right?
Yes.
Like, so it's not something where there's like climactic music playing and then you're like going back and forth between two parallel storylines, right?
Right. It's just
Like, okay.
we gotta
I
go.
was thinking of that part at the end of Wet Hot American Summer, where that weird kid is like summoning the powers, but then there's like other things happening around the camp. That's not a montage, just to be clear. Okay, yeah, it's passage of time is key. Got it.
I would say montages in the more, you know, in our day and age, we associate montages with something as like growth also.
Yeah.
Definitely a passage of time, but it's like you don't want to spend the majority of the movie watching a karate kid learn to kick correctly. You want to have him already have that skill, right?
Yeah,
So
you
it's
want
like
to
a way
see
to-
him learn how to do it in the shortest possible amount
Yes.
of time because it's
Right.
not interesting. Okay,
Right.
so what
Yeah.
about like lyrics like so in that one there the first thing that made me think of it was that part in Wet Hot American Summer was like higher and higher. That's also an ELO song, but it's not that. Taking it higher and higher.
But higher is a great word. Fantastic word.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Do
idea.
it forever.
Yeah.
Do it forever. What about if you can't, do it again.
Yeah. What about keep on growing, baby? You know?
Wait, was that also Fred Durst? Keep on growing, baby. You know
I don't
what
know
time it is.
I don't know what you're talking about. Keep on
Crap.
growing, baby.
You know what time it is. Move in, now move out. Hands up, the hands down.
These are all good
Growing,
words.
growing.
Growing. Yeah. I do think that
Now I
you
know
could.
y'all be loving this growth right here.
Yeah. You could grow stuff. I think grow stuff is a pretty good phrase. You got grow stuff. You got do it all for the growth.
I think don't stop is really good. Never stopping is a good
Yeah,
one.
that's good. I think any song that demands you throw your hands in the air, I think that's pretty good.
Reach for the energy.
Yeah, center yourself. Write that one down, Nate. Center yourself sounds like a good one. Just as a coach, speaking as a coach, one of my favorite bland coachisms is keep your hips low. It's just a general thing you can yell that no one really questions, but it doesn't really make a ton of sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense. So,
Yeah.
do you have anything that you could just kind of musically put, keep your hips low to?
What
Sort
about
of.
what about that song about feeling a little poke coming through?
Right. Get your poke going through.
You guys
That's a
are
good one.
getting.
Did you ever
really
listen
onto
to
you're back to the growth. We got the growth lines
Yeah, we
down. So here's the other thing. The other thing about a good inspirational song, that you can really grow to. Get it on and grow to. Here's the thing: you need challenges. People, there has to be a challenge to be overcome.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah.
So you
What
want
about crash through the table of mediocrity?
That's good. Yeah. or like control the means of production.
Yeah, we can
Does
control
that
those
sound?
means of production. That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
kick oppression in the nuts?
Yeah. Yeah, curb stomp racism.
How about death to haters?
Yeah. Yeah. Or just the phrase, get him, he's different.
No. What about dropkick ISIS?
Ooh, we got all
That's a
right.
good.
Yeah.
That's
And we're back in, and we're back into the real ideas. Drop kick ISIS.
yeah.
But that's too
what
that's too
about,
on the nose. It's too generic. 30 years from now, we could
Okay.
be allied with ISIS in the fight against someone else, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Times
that seems like
change.
how it's
Ooh, what about tell the devil no thanks?
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
one's
good
good.
one.
What about
peer pressure your friends into being nice. How's that one?
I think you're really
Okay.
losing it here, Pat. Matt's like 8.
I think that's
Max
a
is
good
about
sentiment.
8 for 10 on things that he said and I've written down. You're about 2 for 16.
It's all right. You got to swing. You know what I mean?
You got to swing.
Yeah, you got to swing. Swing away. That's what they always tell me.
Swing, Pat. Your
what
efforts is
about
going up.
what about crash through the darkness and into the sun?
Yeah, that's pretty good. What about
Hey Nate, did you write that one down?
I wrote "crash through the darkness" down.
Into the sun. Write that one down too.
All right, I'll write down "into
yeah,
the sun."
what about this one? You know, heart of darkness, hands of steel.
That's getting written down.
Yeah, I know.
What about shit? I think I'm out.
It's okay. You know, you got a lot to work, and you want to
Yeah.
be as vague as possible.
Max, when you
It's like,
think
you
you're
gotta
out,
do
you just gotta
well.
stay in. That doesn't work. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you gotta keep pumping, but that sounded too, you know. All right.
What about my crippling addiction to opiates will never keep me down?
That one's pretty good. I like that. It's like this. The movie isn't about that at all. It's like, wait, is that guy addicted to opiates, but he's like functioning still? Like they never bring it up, but the whole song's about how he loves heroin.
Yeah.
And the guy keeps sneaking off to the bathroom,
Yeah.
like they never address it.
Yeah. And the song's
good.
like, this is for the movie American Sniper, but you're watching like Barney and Friends.
That's pretty good. I like that. I think, you know, what's another general, you know, I do like bland general coachisms where they're just
Yeah.
like wild, like nonsense optimism. I think that's pretty good. One of the things I like to say at work is we're really doing it. I just kind of throw that out there to people. Like, and sounds like it's a positive affirmation, right? Where someone's like, "Hey, we got those reports in," and I'll just be like, "We're really doing it, Tina," you know, and just let her know we're really doing it. Or, "Hey, we got those. You got those. All those things are all processed, Pat." I'm like, "Hey, that's what I'm talking about. We're really doing it, guys. We're really doing it." And people, I think they understand it means nothing. They like it, so maybe try. We're really doing it. And that's also a nice saying because you can kind of take it a million different ways.
Yeah. And at the end, you can go, "We've done it."
By Jove, we've done it. Yeah.
Yeah. And are there any like historical and like motivational quotes that we could also include in there? Like any Teddy Roosevelt quotes that we could put in the song, or any Princess Di quotes?
Yeah.
feel like we
I
could
mean,
really, hit a lot of different people who have posters on their wall of things to like reach your greatness.
Yeah.
If you
Have-
stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
have great enthusiasm. Nothing great was accomplished without great enthusiasm. stuff like that.
Only do
have
what
your eyes
heart
on the-
tells you, Princess Di.
Oh, your heart's an idiot. This is the thing that I don't like is people, they write a lot of songs about their heart, like listening to the heart. You know who's an idiot? Your heart. Your heart's dumb.
Yeah.
Don't listen to your heart.
Well,
He's
the
impulsive
only
and
one
wrong.
I can get behind is that song "Hungry Heart" because my heart pretty hungry.
There's also Hungry Eyes. That's a weird one.
Yeah,
Hungry Eyes. I don't understand how you have hungry eyes.
yeah. Also, Private Eyes, but I guess that makes sense when you're thinking about like I've hired a detective to follow you.
Private eyes are watching you. That's pretty good. Yeah, Hall and Oates knew what they were doing.
They still do.
Watching you.
I've seen them. I've seen them in concert within the last like 6 years.
Yeah. Does Oates
was gonna-
sing anything?
Yeah.
Does he have his own solo songs or no?
Yeah, but they always suck. It's like adult education and stuff. But
He's like, get your GED if you can. That'll increase your yearly minimum wage.
I think he also does that one that's like METHODOFLOVE. It's the method of modern love. I hate that song.
Yeah, that song sounds bad.
Yeah.
So you
it's
get a
not
lot of
good.
options here.
Yeah, I mean, like, what about like, when they say your goal is dumb, you can only succeed. You've got your thumb, thumb on the button,
pulse.
got a grip on
Thumb
your
on the
heart.
button, yeah.
We can really make it stupid.
I like the idea of like having quotes, like taking quotes too far. Never give up. Never quit. Even if the race is over and you've won, just keep running.
And then that's like, quote, Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you got enough there.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? Is this a good base? I mean, we've kind of more just given
All right.
you a lot of catchphrases, a lot of hooks.
What we really
Probably.
need, I just need a
And
list
also,
of
yeah,
inspirational
Silence.
movies to watch 5 minutes of, like from you. Like I've watched Cliffhanger. I watched the last 30 minutes of that great movie, and I
Did
felt
you like
really
that one?
inspired. I wanted to,
Did you like it?
steal a bunch of money and run off into the woods.
Yeah, a lot of
Did you
people
like?
don't know.
Did you like it?
I
want to know
loved
if you
it.
liked it though.
Loved
Did you?
it.
I watched it recently and couldn't get behind it. Did not like it. I was surprised. I remember liking it when I saw it maybe 12 years ago, but I watched it like a month ago and I hated it. I hated it so much.
I mean, it takes a lot
Yeah,
of
it's weird.
explaining. That's why I like it.
It's just strange that movie exists in the same universe as Third Rock from the Sun. Like I just can't get behind the fact that those are the same universe. It's very strange.
Yeah, I tried to show my wife Third Rock from the Sun, and I remember I was like, "Honey, I really like this" when I watched it 15 years ago. And then as I said that, I'm like, "Oh shit, it's not going to hold up." And then we started watching one. I'm like, "Oh crap, it didn't hold up." I think I just didn't pick a very good one. I didn't pick one where John Lithgow was like really over the top because I think that's the best stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't pick a very good one apparently.
Who's that one guy? French with the closed
French
eyes?
Stewart.
French Stewart. There it is.
Yeah.
His eyes were pretty closed.
Yeah. That callback. He was in Home Alone 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he the kid?
No, he's the mom.
Okay. Kevin. He does that well.
I can't believe I left my kid at home. That's my
Alone.
French Stewart impression. Alone.
Yeah. If you guys could see this, his eyes are so closed.
I am
Good mix.
squinting like Trump at the sun.
Oh man, do I miss him? Right,
Yeah.
Nate?
Well, let me save us from that. What about the lyric, keep your eyes on the sun?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, what if all the lyrics were just terrible advice? Put your hand on the stove to see if it's hot. Stuff like that,
Oh,
Go into the bathtub so you can listen while you soak.
Buy that extended warranty on your refrigerator.
Yeah, these are all good. These are all good lines.
I like that there's some things that you like. Some of those things are things that you teach kids not to do at a very young age. Like don't frickin' toast bagels while you're taking a shower. But
Some people have to learn the hard way, though.
Yeah, you never no. Don't worry. Hey, let the kid buy the extended warranty on the refrigerator. It has to learn sometime.
My kid's an idiot. Can you believe that he bought an extended warranty on our fridge? I mean, he's going to be paying that money off. It's just a waste of money. That thing's not going to go bad.
Yeah, my parents and my in-laws both cannot stop talking about how much they use their extended warranties on stuff, and I'm like, man, maybe I should get that extended warranty. But then I remembered they're old.
Yeah. Consider this, that if you're talking about extended warranties, that's where is that in the queue of things that are interesting to talk about or bring up? Where is extended warranties on yours? Because for me, it's pretty low, except for right now.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of material. Definitely low. I've thought about it before things, but it's usually when I'm asked, do you want this extended warranty? I never think about it because I always say no.
Yeah, right. Well, sometimes it's for weird stuff where it's stuff that's designed to be thrown away. It's extended warranty on just a piece of trash. You're gonna throw it away immediately. Would you like to buy an extended warranty? No.
I used to work at a Midwest small appliance store. Don't want to say them because I don't want to name drop them, but you guys will figure out who it is. It's got 3 letters, and it's a warehouse. Worked there in high school, and I was a small appliance salesman, which is computers, vacuums, phones, and shit like that. Oh. And there was this weird protection plan thing that we could sell to people, but the way that we always did it was I think I was encouraged to if you look at the price that I could lower this to and make the same amount of commission and then just add on this protection plan for them, it wouldn't cost them anything. And then far down the road I realized wait a minute, when they try to return it, they can't return the protection plan. So I was just stiffing them out of money, and I didn't realize it until much later. So not a very good salesman, guys.
Sounds like you were a great salesman if you got him to do that.
Well, I did because I just lied to him. But, that was made me realize how little I like sales. I don't like talking to people I've never met before and trying to get them to do things.
Right.
I'm somewhat personable, but it's usually when I just want to talk to people about small. I don't know. I'm getting better at small talk, but I think if I'm comfortable around someone, then I can talk to them about anything really. But I don't like the idea of I'm only talking to you to benefit from this.
So you could what you're saying is that you could sell a product to a friend or a family member.
I could if I had that thing and really care about it. My
have I got an opportunity for you, Max?
my parents want to get YouTube TV, and I feel very strongly about YouTube TV.
As someone that accidentally got a month of YouTube TV, do not get YouTube TV.
You don't. Oh, so you don't like it? Okay. I use it for, and I like it a lot.
I've been buying the YouTube porn package. Have you guys been getting into that?
Yeah, RedTube.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. It's all the porn on the internet. It's pretty nuts.
Great. Well, I'm glad you had to pay for that, which is weird.
I don't have to. I just feel I've been using it my whole entire life. I feel like I finally should give back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You are a man of the people.
Yeah. I just want to feel giving back. I just don't want to. I don't want to take my whole life. I'm getting to the age where it's I'm getting on my own 2 feet. I've got my own podcast, for God's sakes. So just feel like it's the right thing to do.
I'm surprised that there isn't like a Spotify thing. You know what I mean? This is all right. Maybe this will go on. We'll mark this one for deletion. But I am surprised that, like, think about people sign up for, like, Disney Plus, and they might just watch the Star Wars, Think about how many more minutes the average American consumes pornography than Star Wars. And they're paying out here, paying an arm and a leg for more Star Wars. Not paying a dime for more pornography.
Yeah.
Think about the production value.
When was the first time you guys saw somebody watching pornography on their phone? Do you guys remember that moment? When you were like, whoa.
Bizarre.
Yeah, because it was in a public place. Yeah, mine was on a bus too. I saw a guy watching porn on a bus. I was like, what the hell, dude?
I've never seen it in the wild before.
Good for you.
There's a good plot point in that movie, Don John, where he's watching porn, and then a girl comes up and starts talking to him, and she's like, "Excuse me, were you watching porn?" And it's like, she's like, "I don't care anything. I was just wondering." I was like, "I don't think that's." He's like, "No," but he definitely was.
Pat, do you like incessantly clicking your pen?
Yeah, I do. That's why I don't have any clicking pens. I will flick. I do this spin thing with my fingers. I'll spin a pen around in my fingers, and I'll pretend like I'm a drummer. Like I'm.
There you go. Like the guy in GoldenEye.
Yeah, but he does it cooler. Click, 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 click.
Yeah, and his name is Alan Cumming.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Yeah, he made this.
I'm invincible.
He made this great joke in his SNL monologue in like the early '90s or maybe late '90s when he was talking about like how Liza Minnelli has her own one-woman Broadway show coming out, and it's called Minnelli on Minnelli. I'm doing the same thing, and it's called Coming on Coming.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've always remembered that joke. I saw it when I was like 10. I'm like, I just learned about that.
You were like, wordplay. Is Alan Cumming the same guy that was in
Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion? Reservoir Dogs? No, that's Tim Roth, maybe? Or
I confuse those two so much. I think it's because they have crazy eyes.
Yeah, maybe. No, yeah, Alan Cumming was in like Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion.
Oh, he's the Post-it guy.
Yeah, he's not the Post-it guy. Post-it guy's made up. He's the other inventor. He's the rich one with the sneaker empire.
Aha.
That was the first
Tim Roth.
Positive. That was the first like R-rated movie that I like got obsessed with and like watched a whole bunch of times. I just really liked that movie. It was at my grandma's house when she had Encore back when Encore was this channel that it was called Encore because it would just show the same 4 movies over and over for a week.
Man.
Yeah, it was a terrible idea, and it's not that anymore. But back then, I was like, oh, so I know that it's going to be on at my grandma's house, and then if I stay up for 6 more hours, I can watch it again later. And I really liked that movie. I don't know what it was, just like the weird humor in it, just like really struck me as like very smart when I was 13 years old. Yeah.
I never watched that movie because I remember my mom being like, I loved Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion. I remember being like, that's going to be a dumb movie then. You didn't like it?
Oh, I can definitely like say that it's very dumb, but it's I definitely enjoyed it.
That's the one with it's got the girl from Friends, right?
Yep. Courtney Cox.
And then who's the other girl?
Mira Sorvino.
Sorvino, that's Quentin Tarantino's wife, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe, might be. Actually, might. Yeah, I don't know.
So wait a minute. Are you saying that movie was rated R? I thought it was just sort of like
there's a lot of swearing. A lot of swearing.
I remember that Lisa Kudrow needed a back brace.
Yep. And the people would stick magnets to it.
That's mature content right there.
Yeah. So that movie was great. I really enjoyed that movie. Not sure if there was a montage, but there's a real long extended dream sequence.
They dated.
They dated.
Yeah. Mira Sorvino. Yeah. Man, Mira Sorvino is as attractive as Quentin Tarantino is hard to look at. They are like opposite ends of the spectrum there, but holy cow.
Yeah. Well, both Oscar winners, so that's cool.
Did you win an Oscar for Reservoir Dogs? I mean, not Reservoir Dogs, the other one. The Replacement Killers? Ah, man, I killed the joke.
She was Tim Cook. Tim Roth.
Tim Cook, you mean Tim
She was Tim Apple. Oh, I missed Tim Apple.
No, Mira Sorvino won an Oscar for a movie called Mighty Aphrodite, and it was a Woody Allen movie. So, hasn't aged well.
Yeah. Also, it was one of Woody Allen's not good movies. That's the thing.
But he's really good at getting people Oscars for acting while also making terrible movies.
Yeah, his movies are tough to watch sometimes. But
yeah, Annie Hall, great. Bananas, probably good when I saw it when I was like 12, and it had Howard Cosell in it.
Yeah.
I also remember liking Match Point, but I don't know. I think these are all unpopular opinions these days.
Well, we've really turned this podcast into a movie podcast. Nate, do you have everything you need in terms of fodder for your next montage?
Absolutely everything I need. And
Annie Hall has that really good montage where they're like playing with the lobster, right? And then
doing push-ups,
and then they make fun of it in 22 Jump Street. So watch those two movies. That's some good inspiration ones. Annie Hall, 22 Jump Street.
I think both of those movies are on my never watch list.
What?
Yeah.
You have a no-fly list for movies?
We've already been through this. I have a no-fly list. It's 10 movies long, and it's malleable.
All right. Well, I think you have what you need, right?
All right.
Got what I need.
Let me thank the Patreons one last time. We can do an update before we cut here.
Can we call them Patreons?
Patreons, yeah, we'll call you.
You're Pat.
Yeah, just want to let you guys know the Patreons over and Patreon. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, you keep throwing down money. Obviously, we need that. We discussed this a couple weeks ago. We're bad with money, and we don't really know how to save it. So just keep throwing money at us. The content is subpar. We agree. We're sorry. If we get more money, we could just make more of it. And we don't think we're ever going to improve the quality, but we do have an opportunity to just make more. It's a simple rule. It's quantity over quality. That's pretty much what all podcasts are, right? I mean, listen to Hardcore History. That shit it's just like, is this guy ever going to shut up? What this guy's talking? Dan Carlin, come on, man! Like, I've listened to things. I just can't believe how much history there is, right? It's just like, man, enough. I've heard you talk about World War I, World War II. It's like, geez, oh, Pete, is this guy ever going to stop using sources? And I'm here to say, if you Patreon with us, we will never once review things and look things up and give you facts. That's not our style. We're going to go off the cuff. We're going to hear what somebody thinks, not this is what we feel, right? And that's really what we're against. We trying to curtail our life to reality when reality doesn't agree with how we feel. That sounds awful, right? And you guys know that, and we know that, and we're here to make you feel better. We are the balm to soothe the reality that you live in. And we're never going to bring you down with facts or science or history or knowledge. We're just going to throw whatever we can at you, and you're going to eat it up for wild amounts of money on Patreon, and we appreciate it. A lot of you are saying, you wish you had a bigger community. You wish that we interacted with our community in any way. And I got to say, that sounds awful. Trying to direct you guys on the Patreon, trying to direct how you guys talk on YouTube comments. I'm not going to be the sheriff in town, right? I don't care what you think, and I don't want to fight for what you guys believe in or anything like that. I just want your money, right? But I do agree that we could have a bigger community. To that end, we've started doing a flyer distribution where we're flying over populated areas and we're just dropping leaflets. And we were told that this was illegal, and we were told that this was a fire hazard, and we did it anyway. We have started several wildfires in California. We are sorry about that. We were warned, but again, feelings over facts. We really felt like we could get there's a lot of people that are just kind of like living not in housing, people without houses in LA right now. And we just thought we could get a lot of those people to listen to our podcast. So we just really covered the area with leaflets. We really kind of put a lot of stuff in the Hollywood Hills there. Again, there's a lot of people doing gender reveal parties, and they just caught on to our leaflets, and man, it just started a bunch of fires, and we're really sorry. But, it's good to see our name in the news. It's good to see people say, hey, the Is It a Hit podcast has claimed another life. It's just, any news is good news. And we're proud to have our name on that. We're proud to be associated with these wildfires. We would love to, sweep across this nation and gather, a fleet and a flock of people that listen to this podcast. So thank you for your money. We're throwing it into leaflets very hard. The EPA is fighting back, but the regulations, they've been worn back so far that it'll be months before they can actually legally stop us. So we appreciate you guys. Just like the Ricola, get in on those leaflets while you can, because eventually they're going to force us to stop. But keep coming to the Patreon. Be a patron. Make those comments in the YouTube. Anything goes. We're not gonna regulate anything any of you say. You guys, laissez-faire, as they say. Come for the week podcast and stay for the hatred in the forums and in the comments. Right, Nate?
Damn it, Pat. Crap. I was really zoning out there for a while. Just
that
really
was
imagining the carnage caused by all those leaflets.
I think we just lost subscribers.
It's all right. It's all right. Well, thank you for listening to Is It a Hit, guys. Max, you want to take us out, buddy?
Well, we are going to take a break here, and we are going to let Nate stew on this for a little while. Think about the movies that he wants to, tell in a more succinct way for us. Find a way to inspire us, and maybe just get us to keep those eyes on the sun for once in our lives. We'll take a break, and we'll see what Nate puts together for us. All right, we're back from commercial. And I think Nate had some time to think about a song, throw a ditty together for us. And we're excited to hear it. I really enjoy talking about montages and Frank Stallone and what else did we get in there? Some good stuff though. I loved it.
I mean, if you wanted to, get some extra points by referencing, Crunk Juice, Ricola Crunk Juice. If you want to get some extra points, get some extra monies on the side by throwing in some Ricola Crunk Juice. That'd be nice. We could get a little extra money, but no pressure if not.
Yeah. I think the ideal scenario is if you were able to do product placement within this montage song. So we could then sell it to a movie and a product.
Yeah, I think we need to start actively trying to shoehorn product placement into our songs and just get another double dip is what I think we should be doing here. You know what I mean? Like we're making money on the podcast, we're making money on the singles.
We're getting screwed here.
So Yeah,
How are we
why
not
would we
triple
write songs?
monetizing? Triple monetize.
that's what I'm saying, man. So
Vertical integration.
yes, exactly. We need to be synergistic, guys. All right. And I know I said that to you before I kissed you last time I saw you, Max, and it doesn't mean the same thing in this context. But what we need to do is we just need to make sure everything's locked in place. We're holding each other and looking each other in the eyes and just making eye contact and kissing each other on the mouths. Maybe it does make the same sense as last time I saw you.
Yeah, speaking of kissing each other on the mouth, how about Nate kisses us on the ears with his song?
Perfect.
All right. We're patching you guys in. We're patching you into some solid montage. Everyone just hold tight.
Nate, I'm dying to know, what's this song about?
All right. So we were talking. We were talking about inspiration, and we were talking about y'all threw out, I'm not going to lie, you threw out some great lines. But I'm not going to also lie, I don't think I really used them. And if I did, I really had to try to adapt them and shoehorn them in because they were a little rough around the edges. But here's what we're working with here, people. We were thinking about inspiration. And what I was really thinking is I wanted to write a song for the Ivan Dragos of the world, for the Borgovs of the world. A song for
those guys need help. They keep losing in the finale.
They always lose in the finale, but they're gonna get it. They're getting into it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to try to write a song for them.
For the villains.
No, it's not a montage for the villains. It's just a montage for people fighting for the people.
Okay.
You might call them antagonists.
Yes, but it's more a song. Listen, and I'm trying to keep this as vague as possible, but this song is I'm writing the theme song for the communist antagonists. That's what I want. That's
I can't wait.
exactly who I
excited.
want this song to be for. But got to keep in mind, Pat, I'm keeping this as ambiguous as possible. Unless anyone listens to this podcast, they're just going to think that this is a song about them. But explicitly, this is a song about Borgoff and ballerinas that started at fetal ages. That's what I want.
Right.
Because they
Exciting
worked hard
stuff.
for it. They worked
Black Widow,
very
yeah.
hard for it.
Yeah.
Black Swan. That's
All
the
right,
movie you're
cool.
thinking of. Good
Black
movie.
Swan.
I never
Yeah,
watched it
that
now
too.
again.
No, different movie. But keep going.
All right. Keep going. Here we go. 5, 4. Yeah, you'll get it. It'll play.
You're greased and you're ready. They've always called you a machine. You're a hellscape to face. You'll never know just what they mean. You're like a human mirror, a reflection of the people. Every day it's getting clearer. You're sharpening your steel. You have a hole right through you, and you can't get enough. You're ready to face the flames and the fires in your punch. You've got boots and attitude. You're working on your hunch. You're working on your touch. You're working on your touch. Now I can't tell you you're the best. It's not up for me to say. But I know that you can do anything, and you can't walk away. Your body's feeling hungry. It's a feeling in your guts. You could control the means of oppression. You could kick them in the nuts. Your human explosion, an exposition of disarray. And you know you've got the stroke. Stroking every day. It's stroking every day. Now I can't tell you you're the best. It's not up for me to say. But I know that you can do anything, and you can't walk away. Now I can't tell you you're the best. It's not over, Johnny. Keep rolling, Johnny. It's not over, Johnny. Keep stroking, Johnny. It's not over, Johnny. Keep stroking, Johnny.
Well, I want to say thank you for including Kick Oppression in the Nuts. That was a good,
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones from before. So I'm glad that was in there. Real motivational to the listener. To
Gotta
the,
motivate the listeners.
to the antagonist. Yeah, you were singing to the antagonist. I think he heard you, and he or she wanted to kick Oppression in the nuts.
Dude. Great
liked
job, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Great.
picturing definitely a Rocky-esque montage. Everyone's sweaty. Old guys are laying on the floor yelling at Sylvester. Probably Frank Stallone with this song.
Yeah.
though.
He's a
Yelling
stand
at Frank Stallone. Yeah, no, he's the lead.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a Frank
and-
Stallone hit.
Yeah. Oh man, I pictured Frank Stallone the entire time while listening to that song. So based on that review, I think I know which way I'm going to lean once we make our decisions. But what else did you like about that song, Pat?
Yeah, I took some good notes here, man. I laughed. I actually laughed out loud while I was listening to that. Really good job. You know, it's one of those songs where if you're paying attention, you get rewarded, and I really liked it. I think that the audio aesthetic of that song bleeds 80s. So this is the first time that you've really hit the nail on the head in terms of like, I want to make this kind of a song. And if you need us to do that, where you come into the episode and you say like, I want to make this kind of song. And then we just kind of have to inspire you and give you some good, like, you know, inspirational words and stuff. Like that's what we need to do. Cause this was quality stuff here. Very good job. I liked you got a hole right through you. I noticed that. Right. I also liked you're like a human mirror. That's pretty good. I don't know if that's like, you know, meta-analysis. This is like, you know, you see the hand of the writer there, but I enjoyed it all the same. But
what is a human mirror then? Is that just
He's
like
a
mime?
reflection of the people, like all
he's a
the,
reflection
you know,
of the
all of
people, you see.
Russia. They have their, all
Yeah.
of the whole Soviet
Yeah.
Union. They're all about Drago. They're all about Borgov.
Yeah.
He is their true, perfect reflection, all in one
But-
human being. You know,
Yeah, it's a big deal in
fucking
writing
Borgov.
where you want your protagonist to be an everyman, right? You want the reader or the viewer to be able to put themselves in the shoes of this person. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I mean, the kick him in the nuts, that was great. You've got the stroke. I noticed you said keep on rolling, Johnny. That was pretty good. Even though, you know, all praise to Fred Durst, and we love you, and we just want to keep that, you know, we like, you know, Limp Bizkit. We love Limp Bizkit. We also want to keep that, you know, train rolling, baby. And we're doing our part. You know, if you could see a image of me right now, I'd have a red hat on. You know what I mean? I'd be looking just like Fred Durst. I'd be looking like that guy in the front of the like graffiti man with his arms crossed. I'd look like that guy.
do you want
I'm
to
just so
know what,
fucking
Pat?
happy right now.
That rolling
Yeah.
comment was completely inadvertent.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. Hey,
100%.
Pat, when you sing the song "Rollin'" and then when he says "keep rolling, rolling, rolling," how many hands do you use to steer the wheel?
Oh, for me, I use 2 wheels, but I
Two
know
hands-
that you can
2
use
hands?
1.
2
Yeah.
hands? Okay.
Well, I have 2 wheels. I have 2 hands on 2 wheels. Do you see what I'm saying? In my head, you might look at me and think that guy's just steering 1 wheel with both hands. But if you actually look at how wide my arms are apart, and I'm explaining this so that the listeners can see too, I'm actually turning 2 separate wheels. Okay?
I forgot that you are a part-time driving instructor, so you have the second wheel in the car. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and that's primarily the song I would listen to with the 14 or 15-year-olds in my car when I would drive them around. Is we basically for an hour and a half we'd listen to Limp Bizkit. Now you only have to drive for an hour when you're with the kid, but I make them take another half hour so we can finish the second album. That's kids don't like Limp Bizkit these days.
That's chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Hot dog flavored water, yeah.
For the,
I mean, you gotta get there to get to rolling, which is the whole reason I wanted to become a driving instructor. So, but yeah, 2 hands, 2 wheels. That's how I do it. How do you do it?
I was a one-hand man until I watched it again and watched the music video again. And by George, if Fred Durst doesn't look so damn cool doing it with 2 hands. On one wheel, though, not 2 wheels. 2 hands on 1 wheel. I want to make sure that I'm clear.
I just, I'm taking it to the next level. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he wants this. That's the progression, right? You start with 1 hand on 1 wheel, and 2 hands on 1 wheel, then 2 hands on 2 wheels. It's math, right? I'm pretty sure that's what most of calculus is about. Never took it.
Math checks out.
Yeah.
So what do we say on this song? I'm gonna lean towards hit just because I think it's marketable. I think it's something that if someone sees this movie, they're going to leave inspired and maybe saying those words at the end to themselves. Keep on going, Johnny.
Keep on rolling, Johnny. I actually started rubbing baby oil all over my naked chest while I was listening to that song. Did you? I don't know if that was just me, but I actually couldn't help myself.
That's good.
I'm all out.
That's the goal.
How shiny
That's
are you?
important.
I'm glistening. Oh yeah, you're probably glistening.
Well,
too.
have I ever told you that when I was a child, I used to think that all bodybuilders were. So let me take it back one step. When I would take a pee, and when you're a child, sometimes you just pee on your leg. A little bit gets on there, and you notice the sheen, the particular sheen that it gives your legs. So I thought that most bodybuilders were just covered in urine. So I've always been uncomfortable with the idea of baby oiling myself.
You just thought they were covered in piss. You just thought that these giant dudes, these ripped ass dudes, were they pissing on each other or were they pissing on themselves?
I thought maybe they had basically baby oil bottles full of piss.
Man, they had baby oil bottles filled with urine. They emptied out the baby oil, filled it with piss. Man, I thought bodybuilding was homoerotic on its own. You found another level. Oh my God, nothing wrong with it. That's pretty cool. If you ask me, if there was
I don't think
all pissed
bodybuilding
competition.
I don't think there's any change in the sexualization of bodybuilding if it was baby oil or human piss. For most people, human piss is not most people aren't urophiles, It's just a thing. It's just a tool, Pat. It would just be a tool.
You just thought they were covered in piss?
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that seems like a natural stopping point.
Well, hold on. I will say this. This is the one thing, what I wanted? Porno, what do you think I wanted in this song that wasn't there? What do you think's missing from an 80s rock song?
Death Race 1989.
Yes. No. More comments about racing cars. Listen, Pat, not going to lie.
Screaming guitar solo. Reed screaming.
Okay.
That's the only thing it's missing.
Well, we'll take those notes and we'll see what comes up next week, and maybe that will deserve a screaming guitar solo as well.
Now, look, I'm not saying that you're capable of a screaming guitar solo. Far from it, actually.
Far.
What I would say is you need to find somebody to really throw in. If you ever produce this on a real level, that's what you need. You need the outro, while you're going keep on rolling, Johnny. While that's happening, in the background, there's a real intense, fade out guitar solo. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I like that. I also, during that stupid synth break for a second where we play, it sounds like boring. It sounds like listening to talk radio bumper music. And
I
there's
wasn't bored at all.
Well,
the
that's
whole time.
cool. But a talk radio person, they cut that out and they just have the synth solo, and that's what they use as their bumper music. And then eventually you'll get annoyed with it. Trust me. Here's the deal.
Well, I can't
Matt.
wait to edit this and make a bumper out of those things. I'll say that.
No, I'll give you your own bumper, Pat. Don't worry. I got a special bumper just for you. It's a nice one. It's a nice one.
Oh yeah, this lines up with our synergy talk.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just leading you on, Pat. Obviously, I haven't recorded a bumper. I barely
you're a
recorded
tease.
this.
You coward! You won't even let me cover you in piss.
All right. Well, it's been a lot of fun this week. It was good. Good song, Nate.
Great song.
I think our inspirations inspired you. Our inspirational phrases inspired you because you took them to heart and you made the right song. This is actually a meta podcast. We were the ones who were inspiring you to write the inspirational song, and I think it worked. But hits all around. Hits for me, hits for Pat, hits for Nasty Nathan Sharp. We'll be back next week with another episode of Is It a Hit?